Okay fellas, hello again, and I have the Makita DTD 170, and the problem of it's broken housing. Of course I will turn it on now. I want to check if everything is working or not. Okay, screwing in, screwing up. Okay, it looks good. So we need to replace the housing. I have the genuine housing from Makita. And I need to start the deassemble of this tool. Removing the hook, as I know that I will change the housing for it. Okay, and I think I will be needed to remove this rubber, front rubber, and the plastic piece from the front. Cannot get a grip with my fingers here. And okay, where's the hooks? This one and this one needs to be removed. Okay, I will use 2 screwdrivers. This knob. Where's my flat screwdriver when I need it? Why it's not want to go out? It's only 2 pieces holding it. Okay, it's getting out like that. So now we need to take all the parts out, and sometimes it's not easy. It's really tight in this plastic housing. Okay, we can check if we have or not some parts left. Only the melted plastic piece here. Now I need to align the parts here. I will start from LED light and the wire. Just getting the parts in a position. Managing the wires. And the direction changer button. And all other parts here. Just making sure that all the parts are in their places. Now they are in. You can see they are aligned perfectly. Now aligning. Oops, sorry. Put the old housing. Okay, screwing the screws. Okay, fellas, and yeah, it was intermittent working, and it stopped working when I have moved the controller unit and the switch and so on. And by disconnecting, what I have found that the wire here is broken, so I think I will try to open it somehow, or maybe only cut the plastic piece here to solder it. Of course, I have the replacement switch if something went wrong, but I will check how to cut it. And okay, cleaning it, you can see that the switch must be disassembled somehow. It's plastic jointed here. Okay, I will try to lift the plastic housing of the switch. Okay, starting in the middle, and you can see that's a really soft plastic, so I think I can cut it out here. And okay, I'm going to get to the red wire. And yep, I can see the red wire here. And some silicone or something similar. And I think if I will cut the corner here, I will get more wire and I will be able to solder it. And yeah, you can see that the red wire goes here, and it's so bad that the switches, it's like melted and it's hard to disassemble it. Okay, I think it's a connection here for this wire. Yep, it seems like that, and it's a really weak point here. You have broken here, and yep, it's not looks good. Of course, you have really small amount of metal here to solder it, but I don't think that I will be able to do that. Yeah. And as you can see, it's all melted, so I need to replace the switch. It's good that I have the spare one. So I have the switch here. We can see that this wire goes here to the corner, and maybe after the tool was dropped, the wire just get it out and damage the connection. Okay, it is like it is. And of course, if you have a lot of patience and time, I think you can reassemble it and repair it. But as I have the spare button switch, I will not disassemble the old one. It works to both directions. And now our cover, just need to align it at the holes. Normally I'm just putting it on and spinning around, and it just gets fits at some point. Or we can look for the pins here for the sides and mount it on. Okay, looks almost nice. I will move it a little bit here and it will be in place. Of course, it's a good idea to glue this piece, because sometimes it gets just loose and you will lose it. Okay, our hook. And we have assembly drill. The LED light is working. Now I will test it with a socket. It's really strong unit. Okay, so that was the wire fault here. So the small fault, but critical for working. Okay, thank you for watching.